but we didn't hear him say anything.
And Larry Mack. What the hell just happened?
I don't know. It was weird.
It was totally delayed. I could hear it through his
Yeah.
thing.
It was strange. Okay. So we're going to do our top 20 titles of the week drinking game. And basically the rules are, if something I list up this week. So everybody get your favorite beverage. Here we go. Number two, if you had like the Game Shark, you could use it to like allow you to play copy analog pads, whatever.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Shape coming at you.
Yeah.
Like
Screaming in German.
Like, oh my God, I can fight that guy.
Eyes and helmet and teeth.
But I mean, if that's all you had, that's all you had. Number 18, Me Too Amiibo Super Smash Brothers series. Not a game.
Not a game.
Action figure. Drink. Larry, what's what you having? You drinking your single Scotch malt liquor or whatever?
No. That was, that special occasions you break that shit out, man.
Did you determine on the drinking test which one you like better?
Oh, okay. For everybody listening at home, for the two people listening that aren't also friends of mine on Facebook, last night, a friend of mine and I got together for the evening to do a little taste test. I had 2 bottles of scotch that I had received as gifts from people. For my birthday, a couple of my friends had gotten me a very nice 12-year-old single malt scotch.
I'm trying to say something.
And for my 1-year anniversary at my job, my boss, who I've been friends with forever, got me have some steaks and.
Really, you brought out cigars?
Oh yeah.
Facebook, you were having some.
We are going with the Trappistes Rochefort. What the hell people drink?
Sweat. Sadness. That's how you're going to feel later when you go to take a shit. It fucking feels like a bent crowbar's coming out.
One of you guys have a TV on or something, because I keep hearing it.
I'm playing the game, but other than that, you should be able to hear it.
I have nothing on now. I even had to turn off the Twitch because it wouldn't stop echoing at me.
Maybe it's that. Number 15, Microsoft Xbox wireless adapter for Windows. Drink.
Ugh.
Number 14, Final Fantasy 15 for the PlayStation 4. That's a game. Number 13, Nintendo Super Smash Bros. White Classic Controller for the Nintendo Wii U, GameCube, and Wii.
That sounds like I have to drink again.
That's a drink. Number 12, Fire Emblem Fates Birthright for the 3DS. Number 11, Snoopy's Grandization. I don't know why.
I will admit this probably will get me disqualified from even being on the show because this is the sort of knowledge that I should have if I'm going to do a gaming podcast. But if you go from like Civilization to Civilization 2 to Civilization 5, are there really appreciable differences at this point? It's the same friggin' game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do like your fortresses look cooler because there's better graphics now?
Well, certainly. It's lots of trade routes. You got to make up your own treaties. Like a word processor appears in front of you. You have to type it up yourself. You get the unless you have the Quill expansion device that you plug in, allows you to write out with pen and ink.
Instead of your workers getting eaten by bears or whatever, they join trade unions. And...
Yeah, you got to deal with the union strike. You got to bust it, Got to hire your rowdy guys to go over there.
You know what?
I
think tomorrow I'm going to go to the store and pick up Civilization 5. I'm in.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
You can think of 5 for the PlayStation 4. Number 6, Sims 4, doing expansions and everything.
But you can be your pets now.
Yeah, pets and chimneys, Sims chimneys, whatever they can put in the game.
Like someone ran out, they're like,
electrocuted myself, and then the game just ended. This is dumb.
Yeah, it was
Like
a lot of-
burgers.
that was nothing.
Like
Number 4, Xbox $10 gift card. Drink.
Drink.
Right.
Not a lot of drinking. That's like the last drinking. Number 3, Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition for Windows.
Oh, that's terrible.
Number 2, Total War Rome 2 Emperor Edition. That's where you just tell the game what to do. You don't actually play. Because you're the emperor. So you're just like...
Nobody blames you for everything. They try to kill you.
Yeah.
It's always March for some odd reason.
It was like the game Castles that came out a long time ago where you like defend a castle, then in between every round, you have these like choices that you have to make. And like you could either do one choice that pisses off like, I don't know, the people, or another choice that pisses off like the Pope. And so like there was no like happy medium. You were always making somebody like furious at you for some reason.
Yeah. So each round you'd be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and levy a tax. Yeah, the people want to revolt. So next round you're like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and break with the church. So the people are happy now. And so you have to keep going back and forth. And meanwhile, there's the whole enemies surrounding you, but you have to ignore that because you have to keep seesawing back and forth between the peasants and the church.
Right. Yeah.
And you're like,
We're launching a crusade. We're launching a crusade.
Yeah, shouldn't I be like repairing my fort at some point? Oh no, no, don't worry about it. Okay.
Forts
I
are for the
remember.
week.
Anderson, you remember that Defender of the Crown game?
Yep.
And each you had like a portrait of your character, and then like each time you did poorly, the portrait made you look more like
You get like a black eye.
Oh yeah.
he's just got more bitter looking and sad.
Yeah, you get angrier. You get beat up.
That was funny shit. All right, number 1, up 2,138% this week is Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. $16.50. So that's our games of the
The fifth wheel, yes, there's a fifth wheel. To connect to the kingpin, the top of the trailer has to actually be able to touch the top of the fifth wheel. And the trailer I was trying to slide underneath was a little too high, so I went to dolly it down, with the landing gear, and I'm sitting there yanking on it. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking down at it. I thought it looked odd to begin with. The one leg on the landing gear was bent back slightly. Just enough for it to make it complete. It's ice cold. It went from like what, 40s to like 10 degrees, so it's also probably a little bit frozen. So I went and I got the yard switcher. I thought I'll just lift the trailer up a little bit and it should just snap back, or it should make it a little bit easier. But that didn't work either. So I called my boss. I'm like, hey, look, I can't take this trailer out. The landing gear won't rise up. So good luck.
Just drag it.
So I left Friday, and the roads. If I go up the road because went that a bit. And that's about it. Most of my days just been work, come home, sleep. And I got told from work that I may have to work an extra day. I'm like, fine, whatever. They're kind of screwing themselves. It's like, well, we need you to make this one pickup. So we have to spend the night out, I'm like, well, spring's coming up, and you guys always ask, we need you to make this pickup. Can you make this pickup? And I'm like, not if I've, can you make this delivery? And I'm like, not if I got to make this pickup, I can't. So, they're like, well, you're probably going to have for us all, called pie in the face. And I got the lie detector.
Brian's got a can of whipped cream and a
Yeah,
tin.
it's probably not even a real game. It's probably some.
It's a big rubber hands, like a fly. Guys,
We'd be twitching after the cream because we don't know what it is.
you think that's whipping cream, huh?
I made that myself.
Well,
That
mayonnaise.
smell.
It's just gonna get disgusting. It'll be like mayonnaise, sprinkles, and then it'll be like pickles, and whatever nobody likes.
Great. I'll drop dead.
Yeah.
No good.
Well, yeah.
Shit. Larry's dead on the floor. And none of us can move him.
If you're next to Cease and he got splattered, you did. He just slaps you. He's, dude, what the fuck, you man? Ha 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 ha.
That's funny. Under my hair.
He was cracking me up, man, because he was trying to tell that story, and then Jessica started coughing like hell, and he just stopped halfway through. He just gave her, he gets that look on his face. He just turned and looked at her. He goes, "You want to punch in the throat?" I was laughing about that when I was sick, man. I just thought about that. He just got this really cold look on his face, like, "You want me to punch you in the throat?"
Yeah, hey, it's hard playing Red Alert without sound. I can't hear if my base is being attacked. I can't tell if anything's done making. I have to look. I have to pay attention. Anyway, there's not much going on around here because it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. I get up, I go to work, I come home, I take care of my parents, I help out, I run errands. And I know there's plenty of them. Annoying with girls, bitches, whatever, who talks all the time, constantly talking. Like, you always hear her voice. She's so loud. She's just got to talk. Like, just one of those people just talks.
Oh, the noise.
Yeah, and it's like you could be sitting there talking to somebody and she'd be like, what are you talking about? And it's like, none of your business.
Shut up. Start slapping her.
So she decided she would become a manager, and now they were training her to be a manager at this cheesecake that I work at. And so now she has to bomb your going away party. Talk to people. She doesn't get to hear people because I don't want anybody talking to her, you know what I mean?
To kill them.
She just gets to run around and kill people and do stuff. Can't do that.
Okay.
Life.
You're so full of shit.
Life's too short to be unhappy. Why would you be unhappy in a world filled with so
We're
many
doing good so
fine,
far.
awesome
Where's
people?
Larry?
So anyway,
What'd you do with Larry?
this week, arms fixed. Check that off the list of things that could possibly, even conceivably, be wrong in my life. So, boom, nothing. Nothing could be wrong in my life. It's perfect now. And then, so my employer, they're very big on like wellness and stuff. Like,
Being healthy and all that shit.
yeah. We get this checklist each year, and it's like, if you do this stuff, we'll deposit X amount of dollars in your HSA. And so we did the annual, and Rob's like, bullshit. And he comes around and he's looking at it. He's like, the only categories where it tagged me as high risk, it says it's not much. I'm only at high risk for blood pressure, BMI, cholesterol, drugs and alcohol, emotional health, physical activity, exercise, nutrition, and safety. Other than those categories, though, I'm apparently doing quite well.
All right.
So, yay me. So, so another reason that life is awesome, in addition to being number one, if I do have any problems down the road, they apparently won't last long because I'm not going to live much longer. And then we went into the weekend, and yesterday I spent the evening with a wonderful young lady sampling some fabulous scotch, and our original plan was that I was going to go down to her place, and we were going to check out this pizza joint that she had been pimping, and she's like, you know what? That's some quality fucking scotch you're bringing. I don't think we should be having pizza. I'm going to get us some steaks. So she made us some steaks and some baked potatoes and some, what are those little green vegetables? There were some vegetables. So that was dinner. We had some scotch. She was like, this is some good fucking scotch. I think we need to bust out the good cigars. And we're sitting at her place bullshitting, watching TV, smoking cigars, drinking scotch. And she busted out this show. You may have heard of it, because I did some research, and apparently it was on Adult Swim. I never heard of it. But it was on Adult Swim for 3 seasons. Check it out with Dr. Steve Brule, with John C. Reilly from like every Will Ferrell movie, basically. Holy fucking balls, we were both laughing our asses off. It is the funniest shit. Go find it immediately. You can thank me later, because holy God, it was funny.
What's it called?
Check it out with Dr. Steve Brule. And it's basically, it's done as a 80s cable access interview show. And he's like a complete idiot, socially awkward fucking mutant. And like the one, what did we learn today? We learned that Sunshine here is my cousin. So what? Who cares? I don't even care. Ari, happy Valentine's and some toast, and we busted out the Little Rascals DVDs.
Oh, there we go.
My date.
Oh.
And it was so, like, Lord knows we've established that you could never redo the Little Rascals in this day and age. But it's funny watching, because one of the episodes we watched was the one where they do the play of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Yeah.
and people
Yeah, that's
people would
they'll
burn
be
shit
burning.
to the
Yeah, they'll
ground.
be burning shit down. Other people will be like defending it. It'd be just crazy dumb.
That's the greatest stuff ever.
And
Fun to
then
watch from a distance.
Not slavery. I'm not saying slavery's the greatest stuff ever. I'm saying like the Little Rascals.
so there you go. That was my week. How was your week, Kevin? Was your week also equally awesome?
No.
Sorry to hear that.
Somewhere in between yours and mine.
Gaming night got canceled, and I cried to myself alone.
You know what I like is that Kevin sends a message out to everybody and he's like, you know what? I don't care if you guys show up or not. I'll sit here with the dogs and order pizza if nobody shows up. Everybody canceled but me, and he's like, canceled, never mind.
You said you weren't sure, and you don't have a sitter.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It didn't
Well,
matter.
that's pretty much what canceled then, because I mean, you know,
gave up on me.
Mike was going to show up, but I told him forget it. Come in a week.
Okay, I wouldn't have
in
been
a
anyways.
month. Whatever. So, yeah.
I wouldn't have. That was his.
Did anything else happen this week? I can't think of anything.
One thing that did happen is I'm currently on level 1,442 on Candy Crush Saga.
Gave up on Elite Dangerous after 200 hours. Playing Wasteland 2, which is okay, but it's really buggy and it crashes all the time. Still playing Diablo
Other
on
than that,
Wednesdays with Karate Dog and company. And that's fun, I guess. But,
So I haven't multiplayed Diablo because I hate people. But I mean,
well, you're all on the same team. You're just grinding away, and you're just,
yeah,
getting new gear and leveling up and all that sort of stuff. It's all right. It's, it's okay. Nothing super amazing or anything, but it's fun. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to think, but not really. Nothing happened. Working on my garden still, and
He's got a below ground, above ground, and then this.
out of mace block, so I go by and replace the harness, and that'll probably be a disaster. But the other one's like, it's so rusty that you can't really get it to work unless you like jam something in there. But then it always falls out because you're in a car and shit's moving around. So I'm gonna try and replace it. It's fuck. I mean, I went to the dealer, but they told me that it would be like $2,000 to fix the fucking light. So I was like, forget it. Yeah, this is ridiculous. They just didn't want to do it, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I can't think of, I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
I watch movies and play games and go to work. It's not that exciting. There's some news. The Coleco Chameleon has been the center of discussion, debate, and skepticism in the retro gaming community, but today, the price and Kickstarter date were revealed. Oh, that's all I got, though. Unfortunately, this article didn't. It goes to a video, which I'm not going to watch.
Oh, I was gonna say that's an awesome, impressively written press release right there.
I could. What is that noise, Brian? Turn your volume down.
I would,
Don.
but
Whoever's making the damn noise.
it's me. Quit crying, goddammit.
Well, you can. It's
You're gonna get us sued again, damn it! It's coming out of your money.
Just turn it down. You don't need to hear the FMV.
I thought it turned down.
Sorry, Snake.
So excited.
I'm looking for here. What's this? Is this new? No. This is December 22nd.
I went to refill my prescriptions, for the stuff they gave me for my shoulder, and I had 2 prescriptions, and the one was out, and the pain med, I still had some left, and I was like, I don't want to make 2 trips up there, so I just sort of took the leftover pills and dumped them on my table and took the bottle up with me. Apparently, you cannot just get your narcotic prescriptions refilled whenever you want.
Yeah.
You get a nasty stare, and they're like, "No, you need to come back in a week because you're not supposed to be done with these yet." And it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally not selling them or anything."
I had to get something renewed early, and that was a to-do. Call my doctor. And then, like, they had to get approved. Then the insurance wouldn't let me have it. That's when I had my back pain. I was just like,
Please.
yeah. It's like,
For the love of God.
I'm gonna go sit down in this
Switch up
chair
the
way
volcano.
over here while you guys try to figure it out. I'm like, I didn't like deny it or anything either. I'm like, I'm eating these things like candy. Just give me more of them. I'm in fucking pain.
Yeah, I straight up told him at the one point, the physical therapy, I was like, because for a while, it was cutting it for me.
Yeah, that's how the Percocet was for me. It's supposed to be as needed. I'm like, yeah, as needed all the time. And then they were like, well, then you should have got to the head. If you can't give me any of that, just please give me something. All right, Steam Top 10. Number 10 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Great game.
Number 9 is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Number 8 is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Pre-order. Number 7, Ark Survival Evolved. Number 6, Fallout 4. Number 5, XCOM 2. Heard good things about XCOM 2. Number 4, Counter-Strike Complete. Number 3, Firewatch. That's the one.
There's a fire.
Yeah, I think you. It's like a mystery, but yeah. That'd be
Sounds
kind of
like a
boring if you just were standing on a fire tower with binoculars
Yeah.
and you're looking for smoke and you just
Like
got
Duck Hunt.
radio in. Yeah, it looks like that. And I got it where it was passing over at the time on Google Maps, and then I kept trying to like tune it in, but it's not broadcasting. But supposedly it's supposed to play like the anthem or something of Kim Il Sung and Kim Sung Un, or I don't know. I have no idea. On like 470 UHF, like LED type stuff. It's just nothing exciting. After I learned that electricity doesn't flow like I thought it kind of blew my mind. Did I talk about that last week? Like, let's say you got the wire to your house, right? Like a 16 gauge wire that's in your house.
Right.
Okay, and you turn the power on, right? At the
Right.
switch. At the switch, right? So you got the wire in your hand, and you got it like it's gonna, I don't know, turn on a light bulb, let's say, right? And you
Okay.
turn it on at the switch. How fast do you think the electricity from the switch is moving through the line to the light bulb?
Depends on resistance. Depends on a whole bunch of.
Give me a rough estimate.
It's going at the speed of electricity.
4 kilometers per second squared.
Yeah, I don't-
It moves 1 inch
Tell us, Professor.
per minute. Wire metal already has the energy in it. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
not.
charged.
It's not flowing. So it pushes it forward, and the end of it is just like trillions of electrons, even though they're going really slow. It's really fascinating. So like your light bulb is burning electricity like incredibly, like that's flowing incredibly slowly. And like AC current basically doesn't much flow at all, too. That's another weird thing. It gets really weird. It's. I was reading all about it, and so like I was running. Interested in that? Just do a search on
Take a class.
how or
Wikipedia.
does electricity flow through a wire, and it will like because these electricians were laughing about it. That Cheryl Omer, she posted up this post about. Just like a joke, and then one of her electrician friends was like, you wouldn't believe how many people think the electricity flows through the wire. And I was like, what do they mean by that? I always thought it just electricity just shot through the line. I don't know. I mean, I should bring this up to Cease and see what because he took all those classes. I don't know if he's going to know the answer, but he's, he might. Or he'll be like, dude.
Well, it's because, if you think about it, when you flip the switch, it's not generating anything. I have the TV in my bedroom on, and the TV in my living room on, and they're on the same channel. there's like a split-second difference between them.
Yeah.
Like
Because you
on the
left one
same
room and went in the other room.
Right.
Well, that just depends on the circuitry.
because like you know
Boxes and-
you like if you stand in the hallway you'll hear like an echo because the two TVs being on the same channel and being 20 feet apart, somehow
Yeah.
there's a delay.
Are they on the same cable?
Cable.
Or you don't have cable? Yours all
Cable.
antenna.
He has cable. Don't let him fool you.
It's all. It's
But,
all. They all actually come over and perform the shows in my house for me.
That's just basically due to the different microchips in there doing the decoding and then putting it on the TV for you and all that stuff. You're not getting a raw anything anymore. Maybe back in the day, in the early days of tubes and all that, you were getting a raw analog signal, but it's all digital now, so it's all just decoding and depends on the chips inside your TV. In fact, significantly lower response time so that you can, or whatever it is, so that you can play games properly. Because some TVs you just can't play games on them, or you can, but you got to be like weirdly delayed.
Just poof.
Smart TVs. Whereas not to speak about personal. Daily Beast pointed out a troubling line in Samsung's privacy policy. Quote, "Please be aware that if your spoken words include personal or other sensitive information, that information will be among the data captured and transmitted to a third party." Samsung has now issued a new statement clarifying how the voice activation feature works. Quote, "If a consumer consents and uses the voice recognition feature, voice data is provided to a third party during a requested voice command search," Samsung said in a statement. "At that time, the voice data is sent to a server, which searches for the requested content, then returns the desired content to the TV." The company added that it does not retain or sell the voice data, but it did name the third party that translates user speech. And then it says there's an update, and it's named the third party in question, Nuance Communications Incorporated.
Like it's funny because that's certainly terrifying and shit. But think over the course of your life, how many times have you been sitting in front of your TV talking to someone and been like, "Hey, what's your social security number?" "Well, mine is 338156923."
There was like a movie or a book or something that's fairly popular about how there was like a whole conspiracy, like there was a camera in everyone's TV, but nobody knew about it.
Big Brother.
1984.
And it was like, no, it wasn't 1984, because you knew in 1984. I mean, in 1984 they were looking right at you, and you're like,
What you
you're
say?
not exercising well enough.
Careful.
Do more.
Wait.
This was like a secret or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm thinking the government would then be looking just hours and hours and hours of dudes scratching their balls on the couch, fucking.
Yes.
Well, some of us don't do that because it's an abomination against God.
Some of us don't do it in front of the TV because we're afraid everybody on the TV can see it.
Yeah, brother, see you. Is that your pee-pee? Oh, shit.
Damn it!
No. Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to see if I could find the book, but is your TV spying on you is probably not a good thing to search on.
Yes, it is.
It's probably all been deleted. It's like those Tempest systems. Those are those systems that the government can use to read your RF emissions. And anytime like somebody tries to like post up stuff about like a real Tempest system, like they always get taken down. Because you could just drive over to Wall Street and spy on people or something. Apparently.
We tried to do that, but they kicked us out.
Call of Duty was number 5, Fallout 4. Number 4, Star Wars Battlefront. Number 3, NBA 2K16. Number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5. And as we said earlier, number 1 is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Overall, the U.S. games market declined by 4% year on year, falling from 627.6 million to 605.2 million.
Oh my God, gaming really is over.
If they counted all the plastic toys everybody was buying, I bet the gain would be astronomical. It would be like Toys. Record sales, according to Amazon. Plastic toys. Here's the games coming out this week. On Monday, multi-platform, we have Drain Pipe Contract.
Wow, sounds exciting. You put your finger in it and just like, okay, it's not training anymore. Oh,
You got to install it. The Ship
straight to
Remastered, and for PC, Hellaborn. Tuesday multi-platform, we have Layers of Fear, Street Fighter V, and Tron Runner.
Street
Runner.
Fighter
And for PlayStation
Run,
Vita,
Runner.
Super Blast Deluxe. Everybody's favorite Thursday multi-platform, we have Attack on Titan and Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, where they get Zika and die.
Is that actually the title?
For PC, we have Devil Daggers. And for Vita, we have, here we go, get your drink out. Ikeni Tiyuki no Setsuna and
Right.
Kan Kali Kai, which is the working title.
Drink.
Drink. And then finally on Friday, multi-platform, we have Wonder Shot. So Street Fighter V is the
dig it.
big game this week. I have no interest in it, but, you know.
But maybe you do. So if you like it, buy it.
Yeah, what's the big difference between Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, there's some fabulous new characters.
nuanced combat changes? Or probably not. Probably not. Okay, we got time for one email. I got to wrap it up early because
Because some of us need to get out to the Islander and do some drinking with people. Woo!
is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing. I'm leaving here and going to the Islander to drink.
Okay. Madman on a Sunday. You don't work tomorrow, though, do you?
Yeah, bank
President's
holiday.
Day.
Bank holiday. Woo!
Nice. Our friend Mike writes to the epitome of plethora at videogamenews.com.
That's plethora. But
Plethora.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to screw me up.
Yeah.
The epitome of plethora.
so
He did it, though. He fucked me.
Yeah.
He says, hello, Don and crew. First, I would like to say that for all its rough edges and borderline chaos, VGN Radio is one of the most entertaining shows I have ever listened to. Thank you.
Rough edges.
I think.
This is a finely polished machine right here.
Yeah. Yeah, with our awesome audio quality, people that pay attention.
You can just, I'll
Yeah,
just
they
prop
could-
up in the chair.
I'll just say that we'll keep doing the show as long as I don't have any health problems. And if the show suddenly vanishes, you can listen to Tumbling to Tumbleweed to find out what happened. Because
And even
It's
then,
not like any of us will be able to update any of you at all. If
Yeah.
anything happens to Kevin, it'll just be over.
right,
and if you're
exactly.
stumbling with tumbleweed to find out about it, it may take a couple weeks.
Yeah. Don won't remember about it for a few weeks at first.
Earl Folks.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot. If you're wondering why we haven't done a VGN in like 5 or 6 weeks, Kevin died like 2 months ago.
And
I was
then
gonna say something that week, but I was talking to Clint, and that just seemed more important.
It would be more like Donnie would be like, I don't know exactly what happened. Like Brian came on and he said Kevin got killed by cannibals, and I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
But I
'cause
haven't heard from him, so maybe it is.
cannibals and Brian could be anything.
It's like I tried to
calls
get hold
everything
of Brian. I was going to get hold of Brian, but then he kept sending me pictures of like weird stuff that I don't know about. So I kind of just figured, okay, well maybe he's not dead.
Exactly.
But fortunately, a couple days later, Larry checked in from Kevin's funeral on Facebook, so that I knew.
Right.
Yeah.
They were
He
gonna
got
stab me with
there was a
wildfire.
selfie of Larry with Kevin in the coffin, and I think that was it. It says, eventually I want the G in VGN to stand for geriatric. Kevin, I recently stumbled across the piece you did with Tavis Smiley in 2002 on video game violence, specifically relating to Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Unfortunately, they didn't let you speak all that much. Can you tell us all about the experience and the circumstances that led to you being invited on the show? Well, that I'll just say that.
Even I didn't know you did a show with Tavis.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah. It was just like at one point I was very aggressive in terms of gathering news and talking to PR. And that was in the early days when I thought you could make money doing this, which is not true. And
Yeah. You have since realized the error of your ways.
yeah, and so I got invited to be on Tavis Smiley as well as some other television shows and some radio shows that weren't national. And you have to go downtown to CSU or whatever it is where their radio station is, so you can use one of their. It's like a booth that you sit in, and there's a microphone and headset, and you then can talk. And basically, Tavis. First, you have a handler guy that tells you, how to greet him and all this sort of crap. And
Mr. Smiley.
You kind of hear him talking, and then, he comes on the air, and then he talks to you, and you respond and everything. But what you don't realize is that's all pre-edited. It's not live. And, you decide, and that there's a rating and all this sort of stuff. So they didn't really get what they wanted out of it, but they kind of took some pieces of my, response and pieces of his response, and then they made it into something.
Flush it down the toilet. Like, fuck these guys.
Yeah, so that's why
These guys are gay lovers. Wait, what?
I was on some other radio shows, but I didn't appear on like the Abrams Report on TV when they asked me to be on, because I realized at that point that they're just going to edit it and do it. You can just but you'd have to learn.
Some really rough sketches for that. The biggest issue is that I have zero attention span or initiative, and constantly come up with great ideas and then decide to go drink instead.
Oh my god!
But I actually had some cool cool stuff in store for that map. That's hardcore, because I think I mentioned it once in passing.
And I don't ever remember speaking Scottish.